I want to ask Ricardo to sort of elaborate on something you said. You talked about that the administration made progress in reforms relating to productivity, but that those reforms were incomplete if you didn't also address corruption. This is something that I know that Ricardo, you've thought about. Um, could you share with us some of your thoughts about the interrelationships between productivity, development, capacity, and corruption? And then we'll come back through all of you so you can answer.
Sure. Well, thank you very much. I really enjoyed the comments of Lourdes and Marco, and I'm just reminded I should have said that these are two institutions, CIDE and Monterrey Tech, that the CID has had a long-term relationship with. And we just finished last year the Atlas of Economic Complexity of Mexico with CIDE, and we helped set up the School of Government at the Monterrey Tech. So welcome here. I think if you're going to talk about corruption, you see, Wittgenstein said that all philosophical problems are language problems, and that imprecise language leads to imprecise thinking and strategies. And the problem we have with the term corruption is that it applies to so many different phenomena that it's like saying sort of like disease. But, you know, there are so many different kinds of disease that it's not obvious that there is a strategy against disease in the abstract, right? Even the examples you gave, Ayotzinapa and the houses. So the houses sort of like influence peddling. The other one is narco trafficking mixed with government involvement and so on. So these are fairly different phenomena that may not have a simple solution. I find it very interesting how society got mobilized. And typically, societies are more easily mobilized to fight evil than to fight for good, right? Evil kind of like gets us going, right? Because it's us against them, right?
Negativity bias.
Yeah. And but the question is the problem the presence of evil, or is the problem the absence of a good? So I would put it to you that the good is something, it's one of the programs here at CID, the good is a capable state, a state that is able to do, you know, the public interest in an efficient and effective manner. And corruption is one of the failings of a capable state. So it's a state that is unable to control its own agents. It's a state that is unable to impose rules on society that it's supposed to wants to impose. It wants to make society follow the law, and it's unable to do so. So in some sense, corruption is the absence of a capable state, and you can think of an agenda. So imagine a movement. What do we want? A capable state. When do we want it? Now. It's not as sexy as getting these bastards in jail, right? So my concern is that we still know very little of, you know, even in Mexico, what parts of the Mexican government are clean, what parts of the Mexican government are corrupt, which states are clean, which states are corrupt, which areas is it, education, healthcare, criminal justice, what kinds of problems? Now, you know, we're all very impressed by the Brazilian success with this Lava Jato, the car wash thing, because you see the ability of an independent court system to impose itself on the most powerful people in the nation. But in some sense, that is maybe an easier task, or it has some complexities, but in some sense, it's much easier to fight, you know, white-collar crime of people who don't have an army to corrupt the whole judicial system and so on, like the narco traffickers have. So maybe you make more progress in one kind of corruption than you'll be able to make in another. So I think that, research should generate more understanding of, what are the different kinds of diseases, what are the different kinds of therapeutic strategies, and most important, I want to make sure that at the end of the story, we are left with a capable state. Not that at the end of the story, we are left with an inept state that steals less.